Oh, we're still on record. Okay. Well, it wasn't quite ready, but since it's going, short little catch up here. Some light. There we go. Whoa. All right. Whew. Here's what I got going on. I'm up at Port Orchard. After I stepped on my roto zip and broke the disc. Put another one on. Whoops. Up here in Port Orchard. Been working on repairing the matrix. This is called the matrix, or a matrix. It's these the ribs running side to side in certain types of sailboats and yachts. Now this is a support structure for the mast and the keel. And the keel bolts up from the bottom, the mast obviously bolts down from the top. And this is where the two meet and the bottom of the boat is held in place. And what I didn't realize is that there was some damage to the matrix. Now, it's the guy I bought the boat from, he probably told me, and I just wasn't paying close enough attention to what he was saying. But I put the motor in, transmission, and fixed a lot of rainwater leaks I was having. And so I'm quite a ways into this already when I kind of realized, oh crap, there is some damage down here. And so for a while I was really bummed out. I'm like, oh crap, what do? I don't know. I can't even, I was thinking, oh, can I sail it like that? I should check it at least. What if I just sell it? Well, I might not be able to get anybody who will buy it. That being the case, it's hard to say. So I've been kicking it around for a couple months and what to do. And I came up with I think a good solid repair plan. And the only reason I would do this is because the damage is not catastrophic. It's not, something needs to be addressed. It needs to be addressed, but it's not, completely devastating. Like when you repair something of this nature, you got to make a judgment call. Is it fixable? Is it worth even trying? If somebody was paying a boat shop to do this, it wouldn't be worth it for sure. It would cost far more than it would be worth. But I've got nothing to lose. I'm stuck in it right now, so what do I do? Keep on going. No, the conclusion I came to is that it is not so damaged that I can't safely and fully repair it to be as strong or stronger than it was when it was new. What was I grabbing here? Oh yeah, I was grabbing the book. Captain's Log. Let's see here. Get on to a winner. Nicholson 33. Racing formula. That's what I got right here. Oh yeah. She's a racer. The 3/4 ton Nicholson 33. Of course it's a 33. Couldn't be any others. It's only 32 feet though. That's what I don't get. They call it a 33. It's 32 foot 1 inch. Okay. The hull. Molded in GRP. Why is this so blurry? Or is it my eyes? Okay, probably my eyes. The hull is molded in GRP with particular emphasis on hull stiffness and weight reduction in the ends. The bottom gelled clear, the top sides gelled white. Recess for anode molded in. The longitudinal and the transverse stiffness is assured by the use of unidirectional glass reinforcement, particularly in way of keel and mast. Bulkheads are matted in with 2 stringers each side forward. Okay. I don't even know what GRP is. I'm assuming it's something to do with the fiberglass. The keel, a pressure cast antimony hardened lead keel, is bolted through, supporting stiffening below the cabin sole. A tapping plate is cast integrally into the keel. It sure is. Those bolts are huge. And they're uncorroded, which is good. The rudder's pretty tough on this thing too. Okay, so what I'm getting into here, this isn't even what I was getting, so this is what I found after, I'd owned it a little while and was busy doing the work with the engine, which is not a Yanmar now. It is a Volvo Penta. Alright, come on. I don't know what page it's on. There's a letter in here from one of the previous owners. What's it say? Oh, Nicholson 33 racing results, 1976. Royal Lymington, YC. Ireland, Holland. First overall RUYC Spring Series. Well, these boats won some races, that's for sure, huh? Alright, it's going to be on the last page. Noriyama. Okay, and I think this is it. There we go. So when was this? Almost to the day. February 14th, 1986. So 86, this boat would have been 10 years old, so it might have been the first owner, or the second, maybe. But in 1986, this letter was sent to whoever owned the boat from Camper and Nicholson. And here's what it says. It says, J.F. Mitchell Esquire, Sanchez, Martin, Paulson, Mitchell, and Laurie, Great Northwest Savings Building in Bremerton, Washington. Mr. Mitchell, dear Mr. Mitchell, thank you for your letter of the 16th of February, 19... What? How's this one dated the 14th and they got a letter on the 16th? Anyway. And we were most interested to learn that you have recently completed purchase of a Nicholson 33 racing version. To answer your queries, keel to hull connection. I don't have the letter he sent them, but I have this response. Detail as to the method of connection is fully illustrated in the attached drawing. If tightening of the keel bolts to a torque load of approximately 150 foot-pounds does not have the desired effect, then it may be necessary for the keel to be dropped and the whole keel to hull connection be resealed, which I did a few months ago and had the bottom painted. Plumbing, well, that's not relevant. Fuel tanks, there's the fuel tanks. Hope that. So his question was about the torquing of the keel bolts. Here's their setup. That was from 1986. I don't believe that anybody ever did any of these repairs. So it was damaged from a grounding sometime prior to 1986, or maybe then. Maybe the Mitchell, maybe he grounded it and was having to have it, wrote a letter to Camper and Nicholson to ask about it, what the deal was, what to do. But it was not addressed. And I end up with it. So many, many years go by. 86, 96, 06, 16, 20, almost 40 years has gone by So, sent that letter through the day. Whoa, that was loud. So here's what happened. The keel got pushed up. It crunched this piece of the matrix right here. You know, took a little pressure on there. Now it's not cracked on this side, but it is under the center, and it is, you know, on the two center sides. The keel runs all the way back to about here, and I was told that was not from the accident, but I'm really not sure. I mean, it seems like it would have a little more to it if it was. It may not be. It's not really relevant though, because there's no out of level of the matrix. Should be level, if you see. So we don't have a wavy floor. It's never leaked a drop of seawater. Just rainwater has got down here. That's from a neglect from me sitting so damn long. But given that everything is true still, and the damage is basically there's little fractures along through the matrix, but that's the only big damage right there. There are some smaller fractures here and there, and when it fills with rainwater, it starts to work its way through the gaps and comes out through those little fractures. However, once they have the mast seal taken care of, there's no cap on top of the mast, so when it rains right down the mast. I was wondering where my water was coming in at. I had water coming in from there, but that's about taken care of now. Yeah, so like I was saying, it's flush, and it's not, you know, it's a judgment call, but it's not beyond repair, and it doesn't have to be taken apart completely. So what I did is I raised the mast, loosened all the cables out there, and I made these steel plates match the curve of the hole down there, those angles. Whoa. Here's my next one. Let's see, I'm going to cut it. I'm going to have to cut it all the way. And then I'll have the one for the front side. So basically, this is what I'm going to have. That will be supporting the back. It will be spreading out the distribution of the load as well. I'm going to have the same thing on the front, right here. So that's going to be the extra support on the mast. I'm going to lag these down as well with some lag bolts, some short ones. And that takes all the pressure off of that section. Now I've also got stainless steel. And you can see the dots are for drilling holes. Once I finish cutting it, this is a tough piece of steel. So I'm going to get holes drilled in this because I don't have the means to do that. But once these are done, and it's going to get these supports, one here, that is going to, you know, spread out the force, and the other one's going to go, I don't know, up front or maybe in the middle. I think it's going to go in the middle, really. But one under here and one under here to spread out, and that will be for the support of the keel, and these will be for the force of the mast. And you know, when it was out of the water, there was nothing looked janky. There's no fractures. Nothing was out of line. Nothing was soft. It was, I mean, the fiberglass on this boat is tough as nails. I could barely drill through it. In fact, back here in the back, I was working back there somewhere. I can't remember exactly, but on the battery, near the battery box right there. And I just wanted to drill a hole through the fiberglass piece. They're messing with fixing the battery box area. And I smoked 2 drill bits trying to drill through it because the fiberglass was so hard that a titanium drill bit just did not go through it. It smoked it in about 5 seconds. And so I grabbed the next one. I'm like, all right, I'm just going to push a little harder and just burrow through. And no, it smoked that one too. Like, well, geez, go down to a tiny little one. So that's my repair plan. Then this will be no worries in its solidity, and I have all the rainwater leaks taken care of. And redid the upholstery and all kinds of stuff. So. And I've got wood to fix the cabinetry as well. And I got to go up the mast and put a cap on here at some point. So it will quit raining down the mast. So that's where I'm at on the boat. I know this video is not the greatest visual, but it's just to show what the repairs are that I'm doing, because I may put her up for sale when I'm done. I want to take a trip to Smith Island at least, just for a test, to show that everything is working and know that it's good. And if somebody were to buy this, they're going to want to see what I was dealing with full disclosure, because I wouldn't sell it to somebody and like, oh yeah, hey, this is only driven by a little old lady to church on Sundays. Never been wrecked. No, it's had a grounding, but not a catastrophic one. I guess they just in the 80s did not have the they didn't have the money, or they didn't have the belief that it could be fixed. But it can be. It's not that bad, but it's something that needs to be addressed. So that's where I'm at, and yeah, I'm sure there's more to come. Bye-bye.